VoLTE is nothing new. It's voice over IP, but it's carried over a mobile network. And VoLTE, as such, as a service, has requirements on the network that the operators might not have been faced towards earlier. So this puts a need to them to make sure that the RAN infrastructure is operating at its optimum to be able to secure the delivery of the VoLTE traffic through their networks.
In a VoLTE environment today, what's changed is the requirement to actually monitor quality at multiple points on the network. So with a policy charging rules function, historically we've been able to guarantee QoS on the RAN, but now we have backhaul, we have transit, we have things like congestion, fragmentation, and these are all new metrics that we need to take into account when measuring voice quality of VoLTE calls.
So for VoLTE, being a real-time application, you have requirements on latency, packet drop rates, jitter, delay variation, and all of those things are metrics that you normally do not get out of your mobile network. You need to instrument it somehow to be able to assure those KPIs. DPI, together with monitoring of the KPIs I mentioned, like latency and jitter, gives the operator yet another level of visibility of the actual quality of the call as it traverses through the network. DPI is typically deployed at a central location in the network. You have one point where you get a feed of data, you do your DPI and you analyze based on that. But with the Accedian solution, by using our smart SFP, we can actually move the capture out to the point of interest in the network to have a comparative view of the quality of the call, also closer to the base station or closer to the user.
So what we solve together is Accedian brings its devices where they can be deployed anywhere in the network with pretty much zero footprint. So an operator now has the opportunity to monitor anywhere in the network without having to deploy substantial hardware. Combine that with their ability to export all of the real-time captures, guarantee delivery, and all the important timestamping functionality into a virtual stack of Sandvine in the carrier cloud remotely, and then essentially give the ability to monitor VoLTE quality anywhere in a network by simply clicking the regions or the part of the networks that need to be monitored.
We started out with VoLTE because we know that's a pain point for many of our customers today, but this solution is not limited to voice. We do it for video, we do it for signaling, for routing traffic. The opportunities are limitless. On the screen right now, we have the setup of our demo. So the capture points are illustrated with the yellow circles here. This is where we put our smart instrumentation devices. Northbound of that, we have our virtual machine, the VCX, which is the controller of the capture solution. From the VCX, we have a live feed directly into Sandvine. So for the demo, for the sake of being global, we have the VCX setup in Stockholm, Sweden. We have the Sandvine setup in Canada. So we're actually feeding live captures straight across the Atlantic real time for this demo. We can see real time what's going on, in this case for a specific user. So we have instructed the Accedian capture solution to grab traffic from a specific handset. In this case, it's my cell phone, doing Skype, it's doing Netflix, it's doing other real-time services. And that data is fed through the Accedian VCX solution up to Sandvine. We're able to classify and see what kind of traffic is actually going on at the moment for that specific user. So as you can see here, we have some 74% of YouTube traffic. There's Skype calls going on. And this is invaluable information. And the ability to do that per user with a distributed capture method is something unique to the cooperation between Accedian and Sandvine. So remote tapping is the ability to, at any point in your network, instrument it with our solution and get an eye and an ear into that specific point. So remote tapping can be done in many different ways. Either you can have dumb taps that just mirror traffic, but with our solution we can actually filter, package, and get the information to be more valuable and less consuming of bandwidth as you backhaul that captured traffic.